Hi, today we're going to have a look at PSIcapture and the ability to process AP invoices through the application. So first up, let's have a look at the output. You can see here that I've got a range of PDF files. Those PDF files have been named according to the vendor name plus the underscore and invoice number. Now that naming convention can be according to whatever your naming convention needs to be for your documents. So let's have a look at the PDF properties. You can see in the PDF properties we've also embedded custom information into the PDF properties at the creation time of that PDF. And that PDF is also searchable, so you can find keywords within your application, line of business application, so that you can come in and do keyword searching within your PDFs. You can see here we can pick up the purchase order number, for example. We also have the XML and also CSV output for these documents. Now, although we've shown you the XML and CSV at this point in time, PSIcapture has 60 odd different migrations that are available in the core product that you can utilize and use for your line of business systems. So you can see here we've got all the line item data associated with the document, and we also have the pointer to the file as well. If we have a look at the CSV file, you can see here we've created a range of columns for each of those vendors, and we've got the line item details associated with each of those invoices. Now that CSV can be constructed as required for your requirements as well. So let's go and actually show you how we got to this position. So I'm going to delete those files, and I'm just going to use a auto import location pre-set up with the watch location for PSIcapture. So those documents have just been placed in a watch folder as if they've been scanned, or they can be monitored from an email system where we can pick up those attachments from there. PSIcapture will identify that those documents are available and put those documents into a queue folder. Once it's in a queue folder, that means it's in PSIcapture. PSIcapture is now underway in processing those documents, and what we're going to do, because it's automated, I'm going to go in and have a look at the batch manager area for us. In batch manager, you can see that the batch has already been created and it's processing, and it's currently checked out. It's at stage 3 of 6, and it's at the classification step. At the classification step, what I've done is actually stopped one of the documents going through, and we'll go in and actually look at the configuration behind the ability to set up automation or extraction around your header and line item information from invoices. But the other documents will continue and pass through. So if I just refresh that list, what you can see here is that now this item here has one document which I've just explained was the item that I've asked PSIcapture to hold on so that we can go in and have a look at the system. The other documents have continued through the indexing process and now at OCR. OCR is creating those searchable PDFs, and what will happen is they will be migrated into and that is now finished, they will be migrated into that folder structure that we were just looking at a moment ago. It has recreated the CSVs and XMLs associated with those invoices that were allowed to pass through. So you can see those documents are back in the system. So we can get rid of those guys again, and what we'll do is come back and have a look at the one that I've asked PSIcapture to stop at, and we're going to have a look at the classification configuration for it. So in PSIcapture, I've asked the classification to suspend, and we need to go and validate this document. So let's go and click on the cog. I'm going to validate existing classification. You can see on the page here that we have a range of rules associated with this document. So I'm just going to delete one of these rules and recreate that rule. So for us, classification requires rules associated with a document, and we can do that in a whole range of different ways. But the easiest way is the user just uses their mouse pointer, highlights the words or key values on the page to make this a unique document, and they let that go. That's just created another rule for us within the system. For the table extraction process, we have a range of fields of we're extracting from the document, for example, quantity, description, unit price, and total. And some of those items are actual optional, and some are also multi-line. So let's have a preview of those items from the system. Down the bottom left hand side here, you can see that we're extracting the line items out of the document, and you can also see when it has the word wrapping requirement, we can go and get the word wrapping out of the line items as well. So once we've validated our preview, we also have the ability to extract header information from the document. So for example, purchase order number, we have the ability to extract the details for the purchase order number. We have a couple of different zone types here. We have a smart zone, so if the total, for example, moves up and down on the page, it doesn't matter where the total is within this green box, it'll find the word total due associated with the total amount and then go and extract the amount out of the document to the right hand side in this example. Once we've confirmed everything's all good to go, we click on save, and you can now see that we have validated this form. We'll click on save once more and move it through to the indexing process. So in this world, I'm going to just close that batch rather than sit here and watch the document go through. I'm going to close that batch and come back to my batch manager. In batch manager, you get to go and actually sit here and watch the process go through. It is now an indexing step, and it will go into the OCR and migration step in a moment. So if we come back to our migrations location in a moment, that document and XML and CSV files will be created and placed in the right location. So you can see here that that document is now being created and is available for your line of business system. Hopefully that gives you an overview of PSIcapture and the ability to process AP invoices and line items through the system.